Chiefs Kingdom. Just when we thought the dust had settled the Kansas City, Chiefs have made some surprising roster moves ahead of their next big game. Plus, we've got injury updates on two key players, Isiah Pacheco and Charles Omenihu. Could these changes be the boost we need to keep our Super Bowl dreams alive? Or are there deeper concerns we need to talk about? Stick around for the latest breaking news analysis and what it all means for our season. Hey Chiefs fans, welcome back to the channel where we bring you the hottest news and updates about your Kansas City Chiefs. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're always the first to know when we drop new content. And let me know in the comments which roster move surprised you the most. All right, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the big roster moves that just went down. The Chiefs have announced several changes this week, and while some are strategic depth moves, others are raising eyebrows. Most notably, the team has signed veteran running back Melvin to the practice squad. Yes, you heard that right. Melvin, a former Pro Bowler who has been floating around as a free agent, is now back in the mix. Brings a wealth of experience, and while he's not there, same player he was in his prime with the Chargers, his addition could signal concerns about the health and workload of Isiah Pacheco. Could the Chiefs be looking to give Pacheco some relief, or are they here ding their bets in case his injury becomes a bigger issue? We'll dig into that in just a bit. Another move that's flying under the radar, the promotion of linebacker Cole Christensen to the active roster. Christensen has been a key contributor on special teams, and his elevation suggests the Chiefs are doubling down on improving that unit, something that's been a bit inconsistent this season. But is this just a depth move, or does it point to another injury we don't know about yet? We'll keep an eye on and that as the week progresses. Now let's talk about the big question on everyone's mind, Isiah Pacheco. Chiefs fans, this guy has been an absolute workhorse for us all season. Whether it's pounding the rock between the tackles or catching passes out of the backfield, Pacheco has emerged as one of the most dynamic young running backs in the league. But here's the thing, Pacheco has been dealing with some nagging injuries, including a shoulder issue that's limited his practice reps recently. While Andy Reid has downplayed the severity, it's clear the Chiefs are being cautious, and for good reason. Pacheco's physical running style means he takes a lot of hits, and the last thing we want is for him to wear down before the playoffs. So what's the plan with now in the fold? The Chiefs could look to ease Pacheco's workload in the coming weeks. That means more opportunities for Jerick, McKinnon, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire to step up. But let's be honest, neither of them brings the same energy or explosiveness as Pacheco. If he's not 100% by the postseason, that could be a major concern for this offense. All right, now onto the defensive side of the ball and the latest on Charles Omenihu. Chiefs Kingdom. Omenihu, he's been an absolute force since returning from his suspension earlier this season. His versatility and ability to generate pressure off the edge have completely transformed this defense. But now there are growing concerns about his availability for the next few games. Reports suggest that Omenihu is dealing with a lower body injury, possibly a knee issue that's been bothering him for weeks. While he hasn't missed significant time yet, the Chiefs could be considering resting him to ensure he's ready for the playoffs. Here's the deal: if Omenihu is limited or unavailable, it puts more pressure on George Karlaftis and Chris Jones to carry the load. Karlaftis has been phenomenal this season, but losing Omenihu's ability to disrupt the backfield would be a huge loss, especially against teams like the Bengals or Dolphins, who can attack downfield. So what does all this mean for the Chiefs moving forward? For starters, these roster moves and injury updates highlight just how critical depth is at this point in the season. The Chiefs have been relatively healthy compared to other teams, but even small injuries can have a ripple effect. Looking ahead, the Chiefs have some winnable games on the horizon. But there's no room for complacency. The Raiders are playing better under their new interim coach, and the Packers are suddenly finding their groove. If Pacheco or Omenihu isn't at full strength, these matchups could get a lot trickier than expected. And let's not forget, this team is built around Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, but it's the supporting cast that's going to determine how far we go in the playoffs. Every player matters, and that's why these roster moves and injury updates are such a big deal. Chiefs Kingdom, as always, you've had plenty to say about these developments. Let's take a look at some of the reactions. One fan wrote, Melvin Gordon, why we've got Pacheco and McKinnon. Another said, rest Omenihu now, so he's ready for the playoffs. No brainer. I have to agree with the sentiment here. These moves are about playing the long game. The Chiefs aren't just trying to win regular season games. They're trying to secure another Lombardi trophy, and sometimes that means making tough decisions now to ensure the team is ready when it matters most. So what's my take? I think the Chiefs are being smart. Melvin Gordon gives them a safety net in case Pacheco's shoulder becomes a bigger issue. Promoting Christensen strengthens special teams, which has been a bit of a weak spot. And if they decide to rest Omenihu for a game or two, it's the right call. This defense is too important to risk long-term injuries. My prediction, the Chiefs handle the Raiders with or without these guys. But the real story is how these moves position the team for the playoffs. It's all about keeping this roster healthy and ready to dominate when the stakes are highest. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, that's all for today. What do you think about these roster moves? Are you worried about Pacheco or Omenihu's injuries? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Chiefs. Subscribe now, text, and links to previous videos.